Welcome, I'm Michael McCarran and I am reporting on AI Cybersecurity Weekly News for the week of March 1st, 2026. In AI Cybersecurity headlines this week, AI enters the speed of war. Cybersecurity experts say artificial intelligence has pushed cyber conflict into what's being called the speed of war phase. A new global threat assessment from CrowdStrike reports attackers now move through compromised networks in an average of just 29 minutes, with some intrusions completed in seconds. Researchers attribute the shift to AI systems automating reconnaissance and privilege escalation faster than human analysts can respond. The implication is significant. Cybersecurity defenses are transitioning from human reaction time to machine reaction time, forcing organizations to rely increasingly on automated protection systems. In one case, an attacker system was able to penetrate another system in just 27 seconds and then move laterally within that system and upgrade its privileges. The UAE stops AI-assisted government cyber attack. Authorities in the United Arab Emirates say they successfully disrupted a coordinated cyber attack targeting government digital infrastructure. Officials report the operation used automated techniques capable of adapting during defensive response efforts. Security analysts view the incidents as evidence that AI-enabled cyber operations are expanding into national security environments. Experts warn future cyber defense may increasingly involve artificial intelligence systems defending critical infrastructure against AI-assisted adversaries. This is AI versus AI, red versus blue. Semiconductor industry targeted. A ransomware attack against a major Japanese semiconductor supplier highlights growing cyber pressure on global technology supply chains. Semiconductor firms manufacture the hardware powering artificial intelligence systems worldwide, making them increasingly strategic targets. Analysts say attacks on chip suppliers now carry geopolitical implications, potentially affecting economic stability and national defense capabilities tied to AI computing infrastructure. AI agents create new security risks. Security researchers are warning that enterprise AI assistants may unintentionally create new attack pathways. So-called agentic AI systems capable of accessing documents, tools, and internal workflows can be manipulated through malicious prompts or compromised integrations. Rather than exploiting software flaws, attackers may increasingly attempt to influence AI decision-making itself. Experts describe this as a shift toward attacks targeting reasoning processes rather than code vulnerabilities. Deepfake fraud scales rapidly. Investigators report deepfake fraud has entered large-scale commercial deployment. Voice cloning now requires only seconds of audio, while realistic video impersonations can be generated at minimal cost, around $1. Businesses worldwide are reporting synthetic executives authorizing fraudulent transfers or requesting sensitive information. Security analysts warn traditional identity verification based on voice or appearance is becoming unreliable in AI-mediated environments. Warnings over critical infrastructure. Policy analysts are warning artificial intelligence could enable coordinated cyber disruptions targeting essential infrastructure. Systems considered at risk include power grids, hospitals, transportation logistics, and water utilities. Experts fear AI could synchronize attacks across interconnected services, potentially causing cascading failures without conventional military escalation. Government agencies are increasingly prioritizing AI resilience planning. AI expands global cybercrime. The World Economic Forum reports artificial intelligence is dramatically lowering barriers to cybercrime. Tasks once requiring advanced technical expertise, including phishing campaigns and malware development, can now be partially automated. Analysts say cybercrime scalability increasingly depends on access to computing resources rather than specialized skill, expanding the global pool of potential attackers. Kill chain compression. Researchers are documenting a new phenomenon known as kill chain compression. Artificial intelligence tools now assist attackers across multiple intrusion stages simultaneously, from reconnaissance to exploitation and persistence. This reduces attack timelines from days or hours to minutes, limiting opportunities for human intervention and increasing reliance on automated defenses. IBM Threat Index confirms acceleration. IBM's newly released X-Force Threat Intelligence Index confirms AI is accelerating vulnerability discovery and exploitation worldwide. The report notes sharp increases in attacks targeting public-facing systems while basic security weaknesses remain widespread. Researchers emphasize that artificial intelligence amplifies existing risks rather than replacing traditional attack methods. AI-generated phishing expands. Cybersecurity analysts report rapid growth in AI-generated phishing campaigns capable of tailoring messages automatically to victims. These attacks adapt language, tone, and cultural context in real time, making detection increasingly difficult. Phishing remains the primary entry point for most cyber incidents, and automation is allowing campaigns to scale globally with minimal human oversight. AI governance gap and industrialized deception. Finally, security researchers warn enterprise adoption of artificial intelligence continues to outpace governance and security controls. At the same time, analysts report the emergence of industrialized deepfake fraud ecosystems producing deception tools at scale. Together, these trends suggest organizations are deploying powerful AI capabilities faster than safeguards can mature, a condition experts say increases systemic cyber risk. Taken together, developments across the past 2 weeks suggest cybersecurity is entering a continuous state of AI-mediated competition, one increasingly defined by automation, speed, and declining human oversight. This concludes the AI Cybersecurity Weekly Report. Welcome to the Dark Control Deep Dive. This week we're looking at new threats emerging against air-gapped computer systems. Cybersecurity researchers are warning tonight that even some of the world's most protected computer systems may no longer be as isolated as once believed. The concern involves so-called air-gap systems, computers or networks deliberately disconnected from the internet and outside communication networks. These systems are commonly used in highly sensitive environments, including military command centers, nuclear facilities, intelligence agencies, and critical infrastructure such as power plants and industrial control systems. For decades, air gapping has been considered one of the strongest cybersecurity defenses available because hackers simply cannot reach systems that are not connected to the internet. But new research and recent threat reports suggest attackers are increasingly finding ways around that physical separation. In several recently documented campaigns, malware spreads first through internet-connected computers, then silently transfers onto removable devices used for legitimate data movement. When those devices are later plugged into isolated systems, malicious software can activate inside the air-gapped network, effectively bypassing the isolation entirely. Researchers believe some nation-state groups are now designing attacks specifically to exploit these trusted transfer processes. Even more concerning are advances in what experts call side-channel attacks, methods that do not rely on networks at all. Recent academic demonstrations show computers emit small electromagnetic signals during normal operation. Under certain conditions, those signals can potentially be captured nearby and analyzed to reconstruct information being processed inside supposedly isolated machines.
The system is secure, but as you can see, the side channel allows us to capture the data remotely.
Other experiments show devices without wireless hardware can unintentionally receive signals through internal circuitry, acting like antennas. Cybersecurity officials emphasize that these attacks remain technically difficult and often require physical proximity or long-term planning. However, the trend signals a broader shift in cyber conflict. Instead of attacking networks directly, adversaries are increasingly targeting the human workflows, physical environment, and hardware behavior surrounding secure systems. In many cases, experts say the weakest link is no longer software, but trusted human interaction, such as maintenance access, software updates, or data transfers. The takeaway for security planners is clear: disconnecting a system from the internet is no longer enough on its own. Modern protection increasingly depends on strict operational discipline, physical security controls, and monitoring activity inside isolated environments. As cyber threats evolve, even computers designed never to touch the internet are becoming part of the modern digital battlefield. So watch those social engineering attacks. They might just take down your air-gapped system.
Threat Control Deep Dive Number 2. Agentic AI clash inside the U.S. Department of War. A major controversy is unfolding tonight at the intersection of artificial intelligence, national defense, and corporate control as the U.S. Department of War moves to cut ties with one of America's leading AI developers, while the United States is engaged in military actions against the Islamic Republic of Iran. The Trump administration has ordered all federal agencies to stop using artificial intelligence systems developed by Anthropic, following a dispute over how military forces may deploy so-called agentic AI systems. At the center of the conflict is Anthropic's refusal to remove built-in safety restrictions preventing its Claude AI models from being used for mass surveillance or fully autonomous weapons operations. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth subsequently designated the company a national security supply chain risk, a label typically reserved for foreign adversaries, effectively banning military contractors from continuing business relationships with the firm. Pentagon officials argue the military must retain authority to use AI systems for all lawful operational purposes, warning that private companies cannot dictate battlefield decision constraints. Anthropic, however, says unrestricted deployment of agentic AI could enable autonomous targeting or domestic surveillance systems without adequate human oversight, and has pledged to challenge the designation in court. The dispute has sent shockwaves through Silicon Valley, with hundreds of AI researchers reportedly supporting Anthropic's position, while rival firms including OpenAI and xAI of Elon Musk move forward with the new Pentagon agreements aimed at integrating AI into classified military environments under negotiated safeguards. Analysts say the confrontation represents the first major public rupture between frontier AI developers and the U.S. defense establishment over control of agentic artificial intelligence, systems capable of planning and acting with limited human supervision. Experts warn the outcome could determine whether future military AI systems operate under corporate safety constraints or direct government authority. Officials describe the dispute not simply as a contract disagreement, but as a defining question of the AI era. Who ultimately controls autonomous decision-making systems, governments, or the companies that build them?